Hi, everybody. Welcome to Wind Down Wednesday. Very excited to hang out with y'all tonight. Go ahead and grab what you need to get comfortable and cozy. I'll see you back here in 30 seconds. So excited to hang out. Can y'all believe it's October? It's October 1st. That means that Mean Girls Day is this week, right? October 3rd. It's like Mean Girls Day. We should all wear pink. Just for that. Because otherwise, I never wear pink. So, but it is October 1st. My birthday is this month. I'm very excited for that. A lot of other things happening this month. I'm very, very excited for this. And I wasn't able to get it on like a little graphic because the website link was so long. But if you Google it, you'll find it. I'm doing an event with Illinois ASCD. And it's all centered on my second book that just came out this summer, Igniting Real Change for Multilingual Learners. Very, very excited for that. If you sign up, there's also an option to purchase the book because we'll be talking about the book and all the things. Let me just share real quick a few of the chapters in here, just so you know what you're getting yourself into. Cultivating multilingual mindsets. That's a whole chapter. Ensuring equity and access for multilingual learners at Tier 1. That's a whole chapter. Dismantling barriers for advanced gifted enrichment access. That's a whole chapter. So there's a lot to talk about inside of that text. So if you are interested, please go on to the Illinois ASCD website. That is happening on October 16th. I think it's like a Thursday. Is that right? Yeah, it's a Thursday. It's a full day thing. It's going to be so fun. So hopefully I'll see you there and we can hang out. I've got some fun little things in store for that. So I'm excited for that. So that's coming up. Last week was super fun because I did a few different webinars and got to hang out with some folks virtually. Sorry, my tailbone is still bad. So I'll probably be brief again this evening. So that's why I keep shifting because I'm very uncomfortable. But last week, I did a few different webinars for the IRC. We do a whole bunch. If you don't already know, make sure you follow us on all the social medias because we got new ones that are dropping all the time. But I had a few that I was really excited about. We did a PTA one where we had different folks. It was really, really neat. We had school board members join us. We had PTA presidents, board members, booster club. And then there was a specific sport. I can't remember what it was, like a lacrosse moms or something like that. So anyway, it was a lot of fun. And we were just brainstorming things that we could be doing to make sure that our PTA is more linguistically inclusive and accessible to all the families that we serve. So we talked about outreach. We talked about what happens in the meetings itself, the vibes of the events that we plan, the communication, the need for supporting families with the digital access to stuff and fundraising, and also paper, the power of paper, because that's still a thing, right? So anyway, it was a great time. Lots of fun, lots of great dialogues and good conversations. I also did a really fun webinar on interpretation and translation and how it's not the scaffold we think it is all the time for instruction for newcomers. So that was a lot of fun. I'm hopeful that I can repeat one or two of those again throughout this year. And another recent thing that we did was we had our first multilingual team data summit. And that was really, really fun. So there's another one coming up this month. We're still trying to work on location because I wanted to expand it a little bit because the wait list was so long. So stay tuned. I know our IRC colleagues are working very diligently to try to find us a good location for that. So stay tuned. And then another quick announcement is that the Multilingual Illinois Conference is coming up. It's not this month. It's in December, so you still got time to plan and ask for funding and all the things. But it'll be in December. So we're going to need each other in December because we're not going to see the sun and we're going to be very, very sad. So December is a great time for us to come together, be under the same roof, learn from each other. I'm really, really excited. I get the keynote on Tuesday. I am very pumped for that. That's going to be a good time. And again, I've got stuff kind of brewing, ideas and stuff. So lots of fun things on the horizon for our community and the IRC. So stay tuned for all that funsies stuff. Like I said, I do want tonight to be a little bit more brief because we're busy. You're busy. I'm busy. I'm in pain. Last week we got together. We were talking about those little scratch off cards, or the scratch off stickers, and how fun that was. I've gotten a lot of good DMs on social media and some emails about ideas that y'all have had for these. So keep them coming. I love hearing how folks take an idea and they make it way cooler, right? We're all just kind of building up on each other's creativity. So I absolutely love that. So keep those messages coming. And if you missed it, make sure you go back in our social feed and you can check out all the things that we talked about. But for tonight, I wanted to talk about a few of my favorite current picture books. I keep ordering more and more and more and more. Do y'all have that problem? It keeps growing, you guys. But I wanted to bring a little pile. I want to keep this brief. We'll see how we do. Some of these I have mentioned before, and some of these I have not mentioned before. But this is a really powerful book. This is called Something Happened to My Dad. And then the subtitle is A Story About Immigration and Family Separation. So this is a book written by Han Hazard and Vivian Aponte Rivera, illustrated by Gloria Felix. But let me show you. So you can tell by the illustrations alone. What a very powerful book. This probably will feel to students who may be experiencing some very intense hardships. So that is one that I recommend. That might be one that you also explore with your social worker. Because sometimes, again, when we talk about books that have windows, mirrors, sliding glass doors, if there is a student in your system that is experiencing this, we really do need to be mindful of what supports we are providing, and also having literature that can support students who are going through that. So the next two are very related to each other. They would make a good pairing. So the first one is, this says, For Deaf Kids, Know Your Language Rights. So this is a book about empowering students to making sure that things are accessible. So look at this. The character is talking to different adults in their community, right? But it's all about knowing our language rights. So again, this lens is for kids. It says for deaf kids. And this is a little note about the author on the back. So that's one that you might consider looking into. And another one on a slightly different lens, but very related, is My Language Rights, a child's rights to their language. This is Judy Thompson and Tete Garcia. Okay. And on the back, it says it empowers children to value their heritage by showing how language is a vital part of their identity and culture. Celebrate the beauty and power of multilingualism with this charming picture book, a must-read for families who value diversity and believe in the right to protect and embrace all languages. So, as soon as I saw that, I was like, yeah, I did that. Let's see. But look at this. Isn't that beautiful? And it says, our world is full of language. I should be able to celebrate my language and share it with others. I know how many of us are like, add to cart, add to cart, add to cart. Do it. Add it to your cart. Okay, let me go here now. Let's switch it up. Okay. The next book, you've heard me talk about this one probably before, The Tangle. Now, what's great about this book is this is a local author in Illinois. So make sure you go onto her website and Google her and all that. This is Kimmy Schulke, Schuelke. Okay, this is called The Tangle. Now, this book is beautiful because of what it means and what it represents. And I think for me, especially, I'm thinking about all of the feelings that I have been experiencing and how it does feel like a tangle. And I just need some time to process. I need some tools to process my tangle. How many of our students also have a tangle, right? So this might even be like a little staff read aloud, or it could be for students as well. So a tangle happens when things get confusing, like a big knot that's hard to untie. It might feel like a jumble in your tummy. Right. And so it goes through, and Kimmy's so fantastic because she talks a lot about somatic practices that help us when we are experiencing those like big moments, those big tangles. So it is absolutely beautiful, very inclusive representation in this book as well with the illustrations. So very powerful, definitely recommend it. And again, very timely, I think, for what we are dealing with in the world. Okay. This next part, or this next set, is part of a series, and this is a series called Millie's Journey, and this is written by Emily Francis. Now, a lot of us know Emily Francis because we followed her online for years. She is an educator, thought leader, author, and I'm trying to look for her book, and I don't see. Oh, here it is. She wrote the book If You Only Knew. So this is great if you have students who are in secondary, or if you're looking for like a resource that kind of helps build empathy and understanding for what our students might be going through. Highly recommend If You Only Knew. But again, tonight's episode is about picture books. But did you know that Emily has a series of picture books? This is Emily's Journey, or I'm sorry, I said Emily, because I'm talking Emily Francis. This is called Millie's Journey. Okay, so the first book is Where Dreams Take Root. Oh no, this is the first one? Yes, I believe this one is the first one. So it shares Millie's story moving from a new place, or moving from an old place to a new place. The next in the series is The Letters in My Backpack, and what she physically carries with her to her new place that help her cope and navigate the new area, the new community. And then this one, Millie's Journey, A New Life in My Shoes, El Trayecto de Millie, Una Nueva Vida en Mis Zapatos. Again, absolutely beautiful. But this is a whole series, you guys. So definitely check these out. You can find all of these books wherever your favorite online retailer is. Okay, now these two are new to me. Maybe they're not new to you, but really fantastic. This is called Little Bird Layla. Okay. And if we take a look, watch this little bird soar while teaching her parents a new language. So how relevant might this feel to our students? So let me read the quick little inside flap so you get the synopsis here. Layla flies between her mama and baba, translating all sorts of signs and things from English to Chinese. Even though they want to learn English, classes are too expensive. Can we talk about that for a second? Because yeah. So Layla decides to become her parents' teacher. There's lots that Layla knows, like you don't pronounce the T in ballet, but there's so much she doesn't. Together, they embrace the joys and struggles of learning a new language in this heartwarming story from acclaimed writer Kelly Yang with luminous illustrations from Zindi Yang. So, Little Bird Layla, that's one you definitely want to add to cart. And then this one is also new to me. I think this one was published in January of this year, of 2025. So you might have already had it out and about. This is just new to me. This one's called The Interpreter. And it says, some kids have one job, to be a kid, but Cecilia has two. And so in the book, we meet the character where she starts to share what her jobs are. And so again, she relates all kids have the job to be a kid and to learn things and go to, your sports practice and all of that. but she also shares her responsibility as serving as kind of like the language broker for her family, her grown-ups at home. So this could be a really powerful pairing to the film The Translators. If you have not seen that film, that is a powerful, powerful film. It's a short film, I think like 20 some minutes. So that could be a really wonderful thing for you to share with colleagues and staff. And if you need, I have like a little note catcher document. So if you need that, email me. And then I'll share that with you. But that could be a really great pairing. Again, even if you teach and support secondary, picture books can really help us to capture the full experience and also help us to build empathy. So those are a few of my current favorites, but I don't know, in a day or two, I think I have more books coming. You guys, it's so bad, but it's so good because I just love seeing. So if you have a current favorite, maybe it's not like brand new, recently published, but like it's new to you, please leave it in the comments because I think it's helpful when we can share the stories that have that impact for our students and families and community. It's just nice to be able to have a space to capture all of that. So please add those to the comments. And again, if you need that note catcher for the Translators film for your staff, email me, let me know. Okay, but I am going to stop here because I am going to go heat my tailbone again. But I hope everybody's doing well. I'm sending you lots and lots of love. Things are hard, things are heavy, but you're not alone. We have each other in this work. Lean on community, lean on creativity, lean on joy. Joy is still here. But hope to see you all soon. Take care.